You look tired, Tone.
Oh, I am, mate.
Here we go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, all non-binary folk alike. Now, Pez has been crook, but he's fighting the devils every day in we call it over here in Japan, pan in phlegm. But I tell you what, Tony looks 20 years younger. He looks like he's dancing queen. He looks like he's 72 years old today. Have a look at him in the teal and the yellow puma.
Look at that.
Look at the big man just peacocking about going, here's Delacour at 20 skins, boys. Here's Street Gossip. How good am I? Tony, wow. Look at you. $1 million.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. A jockey knows how to ride a horse. Don't know who rode it, but anyway, it won. That was the main thing. I can't think back that far, like you can't expect me to think back there.
Why would we expect? No. And then we welcome the great man himself, the Greek freak. Taz is trying to peacock, but he's like a baby peacock, isn't he, Tony? His feathers are just not grown, have they? Like you've got that big, beautiful tail just up, flapping. And then Taz is that little bloke with the little one feather trying to sneak in at the
You're not right.
meal.
You're not, Pezza, you know what I am? I'm little Super Mario because I'm even growing at 4 years.
Oh, no.
I'm Super Mario. I'm like one of those little Super Mario brothers. As they run around on a game like that. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm like, where's Tony? Where's Tony? Where's Tony? Where's Tony?
Tony, where's Tony B?
I'm loving you.
So, Taz, you helped us out last week. I think you got a winner up in the Chocky again.
I did, yes. Yeah. Got a little drift. Went from 6s out to 8s. I'm loving you. I said it was a good trial. But I'll tell you what, from the Chocky wheel, whilst it was nice to get a win, Black Book, Sarah Des.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. What's the run?
Black.
Yeah, it just didn't get out at the right time. Couldn't get out at all. And then when it did, it was all over Red Rover. But I'd be Black Booking it. But other than it, yeah, that's all right.
And then we welcome the great man himself. We welcome the great man himself, Mardo. G'day, mate. How you going?
There he is.
G'day, boys. G'day. I'm here again.
Tickets,
when he comes in the door, that's what Mardo says. We all come home and we say, hello, lovely. And Mardo says, tickets, please.
Tickets, please. Could you imagine going to the baseball, right? Going to the baseball in America and Mardo comes up with a bag of popcorn or throwing you a hot dog. You get like 5 tips with it. Thanks to the peanut man. And, oh, shit, I better get on at fucking Uzbekistan fucking ping pong.
Oh, yes. Well, we do move around a bit, don't I? G'day again. Well, the local racing's been a bit rough to me, so I've got to go elsewhere to find winners to get my money back. Usually raping the bookies, but I've been giving a bit back lately.
Talking about rough, and we can't say Tony today because Jesus Christ, he looks like he's about to go into the Tour de France. Have a look at him in the teal.
He's a GLR. He's a GLR. He's a good-looking rooster.
Oh, yeah.
I said it as soon as I saw him. He's very sexy.
Well, I'll tell you what, I reckon Tony's going to the Netherlands and he's going to go to one of those nightclubs at, I think it's called PRICK. Have a look at him. Just $1 million. Anyway, that's what happens when you couple of winners like Tony just throws them out like fucking popcorn. And,
buy a $20 shirt.
I went to get those the other day.
Pez, actually, what's going on with your shirt there, Pezza? Can you say, my name's Jeff?
It's just with Tone.
Yeah.
You know how he's got the magnificent top on?
Yeah.
I would love to see him stand up so that we can just see him in his white hog catches.
Because he's probably got no pants on.
He's probably got the big boyfriend on, you reckon?
What do you reckon?
Yeah. Tone, have you got the matching outfit? You got the nice Puma lycra shorts on or something?
I've got the Powerhouse Adidas running trainers.
Tone sent me a message the other day with a photo of his groin area. He was wearing a pair of bone pants and he was like, day 223, no peace. Anyway, well done, Tazzy. You're going to say something before I rudely cut you off?
Yeah, I was going to say I've done some data with the wheel year to date, and I think I'm running at about close to 20%. So I'm sort of throwing out one every 4, thereabouts, close enough. but I'm still down in the units. I'm down about 3 or 4 units. So over a period of time, 3 months, we're not in front yet. So we're not, but we're not in front. And what we want is we always want to be in front.
You had a bad run, so this is obviously on the upswing now. You had a bad run for a while.
Yeah,
if you're up
I know,
close to breaking even, then you're on the way back up, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. But I think it's important that we let people know that we're still chasing our tail and we want to get forward. So the wheel is all about profit, and at the moment we're not in it yet. But after this week, I reckon we're going to get some.
Talking about chasing your tail and what a tough sort of year it's been in racing, and holy shit, poor old Dean Holland, one of the most picturesque tracks. I suppose if you had to choose a place where you want to go out, I tell you what, Donald is a very, very, very pretty track. And knowing young Dean, he's rode a few of the horses for us in Bennett Racing, and he went for the run, and I wish that he thought against it. And
the poor guy, I mean, it's a freak accident. If anyone watched it, that's all the horse. The horse is ducked left. He's tried to correct it, and unfortunately, it's clipped heels, and that's where everything's happened. Huge, massive tread.
Dean, he does go for a run. Don't worry about that. He goes where angels fear to tread, and he's sort of one of those bikes that he always sort of gives your horse a run too. He's not Celine Gaudry on Big Apple. Anyway, just had to mention.
No, absolutely, you've got to mention it. You know what? The really interesting, because I know Tone, he loves the analytics, and we've discussed this before.
Yes.
But you know how I put up that post about we talk them up, we bag them. Tone's got 15 books with jockeys' names in them over a period of 15 years. But at the end of the day, we also respect them. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And that post that went up, I think we've got over 1,000 followers. I think we had close to about 550 or close to 600 that actually. Do you know what I mean? And that's a really, and in all honesty, it says two things. It says, one, we've got a good group of people that follow because they do care about stuff. But it also says, why don't you guys bloody subscribe?
I was just gonna say, it's just bloody sad. Sorry, I was gonna say
it's sad for his wife, for his children, for his family.
He's got 4 kids,
gone.
4 kids under 5. I remember he won a race last year in Country Vic, and I think the chick sort of said, congratulations, your missus. And he goes, oh, my missus has done all the work, sort of thing, And he goes, oh, and then she said, oh, congrats on baby number 4. And he goes, yeah, I've got 4 under 5. Shit, I need to win any owners that they put me on because I need to buy nappies, one of those. And I think he was a really good bloke, I always get him mixed up with Dean Yendall.
Oh.
And Dean Yendall's a yapper. He's a yap. But Dean Holland is not a yapper. He's just
no.
Yendall's a bit older too, though.
He is.
Yeah. Anyway, there's 2 athletes in the world, Tone, who I think are the fittest in the world and the bravest. And a boxer, if you're a boxer, you're as fit as a million men, and you are mentally tough. And I tell you what, a jock is just the same. Unbelievable.
Well, they're certainly brave. They're 5 foot nothing.
Strength.
On top of these 800 kilo beasts.
Thinking, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And in a split second.
Exactly. Yeah.
Street Coppers go bangity bang. Well done, Tone. Big Apple.
Good on your tongue.
Horrible Celine Gaudry. Tumbler Ridge was there to win like Street Gossip, Taz.
I look at the weight of expectations, the amount of money that got poured on. I told you, it's 550. I tipped it. I said, you watch. It'll go from 550. There'll be a couple of scratchings. Before you know it, it's going to be into $4. It started at $3.40. Seriously, how do you expect it to win when it's got that much money on?
This has been pumped.
Written Beauty was okay, Marto. Not beaten far. I think it was beaten under 2 lengths.
It was okay, but it's another race.
Was it 6th?
No.
Where was it? Where did it finish? 7th?
7th. But yeah, she wasn't far off. But it's another race. She should have won that didn't.
Yeah.
I think it's time to finally sack her. She's just everyone was all over her as a 3-year-old, but she's 5 years old now and hasn't done anything since. So I think it's time to scrap it.
I think, Marto, you now too can appreciate how pathetic Tone, myself, and you are for all having a crack and all missing it. Now, Pezza.
Yeah. How long?
Next time you tip it, I'm going to unload. I'm going to back it.
I hate the beauty horses.
Well, I was just going to say.
I need you to tip it. I need you to tip it one day so that I can get my money back.
Okay.
I was just going to say, I don't care where she comes up in my numbers now. I'm not tipping her. So, guys, if you're out there, get on her next start because I'm not tipping her. She's going to win.
Oh, look at this one.
Here we go. What happened?
He's got it.
How good was Street Gossip time?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, beautiful.
At the back of the field there too, Super Chilled. Here comes Street Gossip.
Look at that. Whooshka.
Up the running now with 100 metres left to go. Comes away. Street Gossip in front. Madame Idette. Wolverine coming home late.
Look at that. Beautiful ride. Never in doubt.
Who did ride it? Who did ride it?
Pez?
Who did ride it? Because I can't see it. Who rode it?
Tommy Sherry was up there on the for some reason.
Won it.
But he's back in Sydney this weekend, so I don't know what he was. But obviously, Marky Newman sent him up there to ride it because they wanted the cash. So
one of Tone's favourite. Tone loves a bit of sherry too, just before he goes to bed as well.
And then Tone, for some reason, on the page, you just put Delacour up at 25 skins and it went bang.
Where did that come from? You've done well again, mate.
Actually, it dropped a couple of kilos. One his last two starts. I think it's up in grade, of course. But
yes, it was.
One his last two. It's and it won pretty well, I think.
Okay.
For 20 skins. What? Yeah, why not?
Done, mate.
So we go to someone who we laud in Tone. In Tone, we trust. We don't know how he does it, but it's a bit like Einstein. It just comes up right. And anyway, talking about things that are not coming up right on Polty. We're not mentioning Punt Kings or the UK or anything.
No.
All we're saying about Polty.
Yes.
Race 4, number 14, Lavish Empire. Rose.
Yeah, speaking of Mark Newman and Tom Sherry, you just saw what they did on Tone's tip last week. They're back in Sydney, like you said. Coming from, as you see, $8 already into favouritism. Might get a little bit shorter. I don't know about that, though. It's a pretty open race. It might balance out. But Lavish Empire, this horse, mate, he's something of an improver. We certainly haven't seen the best of him yet. First up at Warwick Farm was on a soft track. It was probably close to a heavy track, but gets a drawing track today. Nice draw, gets a nice little sit and beautiful map. And I think Tommy Sherry's just going to be there ready to pounce again late. Lavish Empire, get on at the price because they might shorten up a little bit more.
I like it, Tone.
Yeah, sounds good.
The Street Gossip. Bang. I like it.
It's a cryptic piggyback, isn't it? Really,
it is.
I'm not gonna. Like last week, he tipped one of Tone's horses, Written Beauty. This week, he's like, I'm not going to tip one of his horses. I'm going to tip one of his winning combinations. That's it. So,
why not?
So nice
While
and
they're
cryptic.
winning, stay with them.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I tell you what, a man who's brave enough to wear a fluorescent yellow Puma with a bit of teal and black. Why not?
Mate, he looks sexy. That's all I'm going to say. Don't knock the sexy
really
look.
Now, you go to the Port Adelaide Cup, Tassie in Morphettville, race 7, number 10. Marta, I got no idea how you say that.
Marta, you want to say it? Verimley. And Verimley is an overseas horse, believe it or not. Now, this hasn't won, since it's been in Australia. So let me say that.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to take it a little bit further. Its actual first 6 starts when it was overseas, this is the price that it started at. $8.50, $190 favourite, $180 favourite, $350 favourite, $430 second favourite, and $290 favourite. It come over here, it had probably close to 2 years off. But in any case, the reason I like it is this was scratched out of Long Arm's race last week. Or 2 weeks ago. And I wasn't going to back Long Arm as me spin because Verimley was favourite that day. They scratched it. Long Arm came in. Bang.
You've been waiting
all of a sudden. Correct. So I think I just think it's going to win. I just think that it didn't necessarily handle Oakbank first up. It did
Not
start
many horses
favourite again
handle
there.
Oakbank, but you can
No,
put a lot of
they
lines
don't. I think
through
I think
Oakbank
it's going to.
runs.
Yeah, I think it's going to
Lot
get
of
out the
forgives.
front. It's going to get out the front,
Mm.
and it's going to make it a true staying test. It's UK UK. When I say UK, it's overseas form. It was at the current Nantes as well. Was over 2,800 plus. I don't know. There's just something about it that tells me at that price, I'm going to have a play, and I'm probably going to back it each way. I'll be honest. And I don't know whose terminology this is, whether it's a 1x3, but at that $4.20, even if you're not game enough, I reckon get on. I reckon it's going to make it a true staying race, and I think they found a race for it. Its spring racing form last year wasn't that bad either. It wasn't that bad.
Mardo,
it ran
trying to convince us. Fucking
mate,
hell.
it ran third
When's he
behind
going to
Pezza. It
shut
ran
the
third.
fuck up about this horse?
Pezza, it
Holy
ran
shit.
third
Just
behind.
before a convincing
Hang
argument.
on.
We're going
let
to
me
bring
say
fucking
last
the
thing.
Twitter into Taz, mate.
Shush.
We've got to keep him to 120
One more
characters.
thing. No, because this is about you now. Watch. This is about you. It ran third behind High Emotion in the Bendigo Cup.
Oh, I like high emotion.
There you go. Get on Verimley at the odds. Good luck. Thank you. Goodbye. No more from me.
I love Jessica Eaton-Tone.
Oh.
Ooh.
Here we go.
What do you say, Tone? What do you say, Tone? I can breathe through my ears or something.
16-inch tongue and can breathe through your ears.
There you go. There you go, Jesse. Good luck. Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, we're staying in Sydney. I'm not too sure why. Tone picked it, so he's the king. We all follow Tone.
No, I'm sick of it. Melbourne, I agree.
I agree. Sandown, I don't want to tip there. I don't want to go there. I don't want to. We need Caulfield back up and running. We need to be.
Look at this, Doug. That's another bloody Carlton supporter.
Yeah.
Travis Stratton.
Now, the familiar, we must attract flogs because Razor, Woodsy, is he Carlton? No, he's Tiger.
No, he's a Tiger.
He's a Tiger.
Yellow and black. There you go. But Mardo, Trevi Stratton, what a great man.
He's a top bloke.
Great dad. Geez, he loves a quaddie.
He does, and he's always in there in support of the page too.
Yeah, love him. So Mardo's known him for quite a bit longer than us, I think. You've known him for a bit longer than us.
A little bit longer, yeah. He's just in another tipping group that we belong to, yeah.
And, he backs the Blues, Tassie, and he takes his kids to go watch the pain.
He does, and chances are this year I'm going to actually try to hook up with him. It might be a matter of whether we hook up a game or on a train.
I think he likes women, Taz.
On a stone. Sorry?
I think he likes women. It's going to be hard to hook up with.
Yeah.
You might need to put a dress on and a bit of lippy and high heels.
Mate,
if
you like them,
if Tone could send you
the tickler
and that mo, and you could wear some khaki pants, some cargo pants. Jesus.
Listen, you can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig. So you can say whatever you like about me, okay? But I'm still a pig. Right?
Good on you. I hope you guys do meet up.
We talked about it last year. So if the opportunity arises. Yes, Rose Hill, I've gone.
12814, mate. Okay, Twitter. Good luck.
Quickly, the Queen. We've got the King in here. We've got to put the Queen in, and the Queen comes across from New Zealand. So when the Queen comes across from New Zealand and goes into the Waller stable, it says something. Okay. So we throw it in. Coyote loves the rain affected, and it's had one win in the heavy, 2 wins in the soft. I think it'll be on the pace, and it goes in.
Do you know what coyote means?
It means cockatoo in... No, I've got no idea. What does it mean?
It means Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Well, there you go.
Tuesday on a Saturday.
I hope I get in early, or I hope it's not running late. That's all I'll say. Floating, really costly, but it's a couple of runs in. This prep have been really impressive. It might be time for people to get their money back on it. So it goes in. And my knockout chance is number 14, Newlywed. I do love a Savabeel mare. And it's been consistent in lesser grade, and I know it steps up. It's a lightweight. It's also got the claim. And I say, why not?
I reckon Mardo
Zach
might
Lloyd
agree with me,
claiming one
but
and a half.
I reckon that's the winner.
I like
yeah,
it too.
I can't argue it.
Yeah.
If
Zachy
it's not this,
Lloyd.
you.
Hey, Mardo, how good Zachy Lloyd? He weighs in late.
Mate,
weighs
he's
in light.
lost the
he
weight.
covers
He
it.
weighs in light. So he gives the owners the prize money out of his own pocket
What
that
a
he would have
champ.
won for that race. What a
What a
legend.
What
I
a
mean,
legend. It must
what
be
other
pretty good
jockey
to be
would
able
do
to
that?
just say, well, it's not about that, but it must be pretty good that the jockey can just pull out 11K out of the back pocket and say, here you go.
The point
Hey?
is, though, he didn't have to.
The
No.
point is that he was able to.
Well, yeah, I mean, most jockeys could with how
It's
many
just
races
like
they've
you,
got.
Taz. He walks around with that big wad in his back pocket. Like simple as that.
I
No,
don't
it's
carry a
just-
wad anymore,
look,
Tone. It's now all it's all
the
cashless
weights are all-
society.
The
Just a
weights are all
card. I
supposed to
keep it
be
really
the
thin
weights are
and
all supposed to
slimline.
be strapped in, and the jockeys are supposed to be they
Now-
got Velcro or zip ties or something, and
Yeah.
so he's made a mistake and hasn't done it up properly. So weight's fallen out in the run.
Yep.
He's come in light after winning the race, and placing in the race, and said, "Oh, boys, you should have placed and won this money. So I've lost a weight, and it's my fault. Here you go. I'm going to pay you the money anyway."
Yeah, no.
Just a legend. Just a legend.
Pez is in the second leg. Me and Taz have been holding court. We've been going all right last few weeks, Tazzy.
We have indeed.
I've
And
got
we nearly
short
matched
shorts
up
for
again.
Tone
We did.
because Tone loves a pair of short shorts. And short shorts always
Depends who's wearing them.
always puts in. One of our favourite horses, Tone, so we've got to throw it in. Levante, wow, we did it win well last start. What's his name? Justin Ford? No.
Jay Ford.
Jay
Jay.
Ford.
Yes.
Hasn't rode a
Jay.
winner on a Saturday for quite a while, but anyway, Joey Pride up and about, really good value runner. The 14, we go down to the Magic Man, Moreira and Waller. They're forming quite the partnership. And in the Star Thoroughbred Silks, I've got to throw it in. The big thing I've left out is Frumos. I've taken Arctic Thunder at 50 skins for young Jay Stanley and Adelaide Nation. This horse was with another trainer. It's first up for Annabelle. It's a really good horse. It's class. It's trialled well. I have no idea where it's come up to 50 skins because it's third up it's won before, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's the best horse in the race, odd money-wise and class. So I always going to put the best horse in the race, although it's been out of form for quite a while.
Pez, did you not read my numbers correctly when I sent them through to you? Because mine were 128.14.
Yes.
And you've gone 127.14.
Yeah,
Why didn't you put the blue battler in? Did you make a mistake and you should have gone 128.14?
Zach's going to win. Zach doesn't win two in a row. So Zach's going to win yours on Newlywed. And then he's not going to run on Piker Owens. And I've missed out on Frumos. I think J-Mac and Waller. Frumos, it was the boom horse. It was the horse that's going to do a fair bit. But obviously last campaign it didn't.
Hey, but come on, what's the rules first up with the Waller horse?
Yeah.
We put a line through it, don't we?
Yes.
Wait for the second and third runs.
That's right. And Dominia, fourth start, no form, bang.
It's an interesting race.
Strats, he's got the winner here, boys. 1, 3, 7, and 10. He's got Coal Crusher Tone, one of your faves.
Coal Crusher, yes. Yeah. I don't know. Last start, I was a little bit disappointed with it, but it might be okay this time round. But, you know.
Tone, Democracy Manifest, one of your ghosts.
Oh, yeah. What's name? Magic Man on there. But look, if I was going to have a bet, I'd back something else. But I'm not gonna poison Mr. Stratton's tip, so I won't say what it is.
No, he's got Military Expert. That's one of yours as well, Tone. That's 3 he's tipped that are yours.
There's another one too that's in there. That's one of yours as well.
Democracy Manifest,
There's
Military Expert,
one, yes.
all Tones. And number 10.
Cuban Royale.
Cuban
Royale, another one of Tones.
But he's Miss Cuban Royale, the big back mark, the big knockout.
I reckon he's got it.
Oh,
I like it. I like what he's gone with. I think Coal Crusher wins. It's going steps up to 1,500. Probably gets an easier lead and then just goes goodbye.
Play the tape. It can't win.
Coal Crusher can't win.
Quite interesting. Brad Willer went to Perth for a couple of years, did really well in Perth, and now he's been racing
his brother.
Country New South Wales, and he's racing.
And
it's his first
occasionally
one
makes a trip to Sydney. Yeah. No, he's made a couple of trips, but he doesn't pick up many rides in the city. But yeah, you're right. He's gone to Country New South Wales. I think he missed his brother Nash. He come home to say hello.
Yeah. Interesting that he's riding in town on Saturday. So good on you, Brady. Good luck.
It is.
And Tone, you got half the field in this, mate. 2, 3, 8.
Yes, I'm almost like Taz. I've nearly got as many as Taz. He usually takes 8.
And gets it though.
Fires shots fired.
But there's nothing wrong. No, Tone's right. I normally take 8 and get it, whereas Tone takes 7 and doesn't get it.
Perfect.
How can you not put Tony B in? Got to put it in. First up, it's had a trial. It's a Waller horse. Gibbons is on there claiming 1.5 kilos and 21 skins. It's overpriced.
Okay.
Excubula, what I can't say it. Colette's on it, 550. I've thrown that in. Good win last start.
Excellent.
Starman. I really like Starman in this. I'd put it in the Quinella with Tony B, actually, I reckon.
Right.
Magic Man's on it, 11 skins. Thrown in the favourite, which Brett Preble's on. I'm not a big fan. I've gone off Brett Preble a bit, but this is a pretty good horse too, this. It shouldn't have been beaten last start by all accounts, I think. And I've thrown in down there General Soho at the bottom is the roughie. That's one of Perry's horses there. You know, thanks, he's been training all right. There you go.
So he trains out of Newcastle and he's brought one over to Rosehill and it's 50-1. It's down the bottom and he's got a claiming apprentice. And if it wins, voila, what a quaddie.
Oh, yes. We're bound to get
$34.
What a quaddie.
Especially if Pezza gets a 50-1 up in his.
Yeah. If Frumos wins, I'll cry myself a million tears.
So would we be happy? Would we be happy with 1-1-1-13?
Yes.
Because there's 3 1s. It's 13. It just makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, that's right. And what you've got, 13. That's it. 3 1s.
I don't mind Danish Prince.
You're already ahead of me.
It's always a pretty honest horse, and geez, it wins at a price usually, and that's the price it is. So tough race.
He didn't
put in the Blue Butler. He didn't put in the Blue Butler. Capistrata.
Yeah, Capistrata.
It's a tough race, honestly.
Okay. Right.
But it's better than the race before because all my horses are in the previous race. Yeah. You have to take the field.
I think Taz Marto just off the cuff. If you throw out, like your best of the weekend in your quaddie leg, it's surprising you've taken 5, isn't it?
Yeah, well, seriously, if you, if you really, I know I thought we were going to go to Adelaide for the quaddie today, for Saturday, and that's why I asked in the chat because if we did go to Adelaide,
quickly,
I know, but if we did, I was no way known going to have my fister in my leg of the quaddie or any legs of the quaddie. Do you know what I mean? But thankfully, Tony decided not to.
Yes.
So he's done me a favour, so I've tipped one there. But who else would be doing that anyway?
Anyway, we go over to Morphettville. Pez is trying to sneak into Tassie-land, and I love Adelaide, actually. I'm not sure.
You are.
Hang on, Pezza. I could have sworn that we...
But you're tipping in Adelaide, you low
you know what he also did? If you remember a couple of... earlier in the week in the chat, he was saying how... South Australia, hey? And look at him. Here he is. Oh, Pez, I love you.
Just check that race, Pez up.
Is it race 9?
Generala. It might be 9.
Yeah. I'll tell you now because Pezza, I've got it written down here. I like what you've done there a lot.
Oh.
I like it a lot because I don't know if you can see this here, but it says, I don't know if I hold it up here, right there it says Jenny Lala, Ma Eustace, D Bates, brings winning form, won 1,800. And I'm just thinking, you found it. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
So you did get my email.
Yeah. I'll give you another reason too why.
Yes, please.
Is going to win. And anyway, Jenny Lala is a great horse. I love the Jenny horses. One of my favourite horses was Princess Jenny. Cape Shank Syndicate Racing, but it's, of course, the Mr. Otto Bray. I'm calling him Mr. because I'd love to meet him one day and have a drink with him because I'm sure he's got plenty of stories. And Princess Jenny, of course, he called it after his beautiful daughter who passed away of cancer. And he calls all his horses something with Jenny, not like that idiot Malaysian prick with the, what are they called, Tone, those horses?
The Yulong horses.
The Yulong.
Oh.
But anyway, I love Jenny. Good on him for doing that. And now they've brought this horse thinking that she's going to be a good thing over a bit of a distance because he wants to win the Melbourne Cup with the Jenny name. Jenny Lala, she's in the Australian Oaks and she's gone from 1,800 to 2,000, which is ideal because she's on home from 7th last start. And you know what I love? Mr. Otto Bray, he was the one who started the Dean Holland GoFundMe page. And he put in a lazy 25 grand just to kick it off. So this bloke is not only a good bloke and he's had hardship in his life. Not only that, but people trust him enough to jump in and put in 1.4 million into Dean Holland. So I tell you what, when Jenny Lala wins the Australian Oaks this week, there's going to be a lot of tears for a lot of people. I tell you what, it's going to be a celebration of Dean as well. So no one's going to go past it. When she sweeps to the front, no one's going past.
I love the story, Pezza, because the beauty of that is if this does win, I wouldn't be surprised if this young fella he's not that young anyway, but the owner's tipping a little bit more money as well. Yeah. I mean, he started it with 25K. We saw that. That was awesome. I was trying to work out who is this bloke. You know what I mean?
No, he's Princess Jenny. He's the Jenny horse guy.
Yeah, well, awesome. I hope he wins it for that alone. Do you know what I mean? Like, good things happen to good people.
Oh, I reckon it'd be a great interview. And, of course, Dean Holland from Adelaide, the whole family's in the racing industry in Adelaide. Winning the Australian Oaks, I don't think anyone's going to go past. Anyway, Tony B, big boy, I don't know how you found what you've done. Racehill, race 10, number 2, Tony B.
Well, like I said before, all you blokes, sometimes you've got to pull out your member and put it on the table and be prepared with the sledgehammer. And that's what I did last week. 20-1 winner. Chucked it up there in the chat. There it is. Here we go. Another 20-1. Tony B, you stick with your namesake. I'm not on Coal Crusher. He let me down. Shit ride last week. And I'm not backing up on that. I'm going with my namesake. Gibbons claiming 1.5 kilos. It's at a trial.
Perfect.
So it's ready to go. First up. Jump on.
Has it won first up before?
I think we shouldn't say anything.
Has it won first up before?
Hey? I don't know.
Has it won?
That's hard.
I don't know. I'm just asking. Like you said,
it's going to... Don't ask stupid questions. I provide...
We shouldn't say anything.
Don't worry about form and all that crap.
I wasn't asking.
Don't worry about form. It's just get on.
Because you've tipped this before where it's run a really reasonable second. So I'm just wondering whether it's won first up. I don't know.
I don't know, Tess. I looked back through there. I can't remember. I'm getting Alzheimer's now.
It scares me a little bit, Tone, that you've tipped 5 in your quaddy leg, but Tony B's your fist. It scares me a little bit, mate.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
what.
Mate, I'm not disagreeing with you. You know boats, big boy. You know boats.
Well,
remember that commercial when the bloke goes, I know boats, and he steps straight through it?
Don't backchat me. I know boats.
I know, mate.
I like what Tone's done because Tone's a thinking man. You know why? Because Tone is all about providing content for the show.
Absolutely.
Because when this wins, not only will we be recrowning Tone, we'll also be hanging shit on him. We'll also be hanging shit on him for a wasted 4 picks.
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
And then if Frumos win, I'll be spewing because I'll be like, if I threw in Frumos.
That's right. And then you could say, Tony, if you just went Tone B, I would have had Frumos in.
Anyway, boys, we kick off tomorrow night. St Kilda, Port Adelaide. What a game. Marvel Stadium. Go the same as I'm on. Mason Wood to kick the first goal at 17 skins. Then we got Brisbane, Freo. Tassie, you're away here, big boy.
Yes, I am. And I think that Freo's playing that poorly it can't be right. So I think I'm going Brisbane in a close one, and I think Luke Jackson has his best game of the year and gets at least 15 touches, 8-1.
Tony, you're pretty keen on the what is it?
Pies.
The
The Pies.
Yeah, the Pies game.
Yep.
Pies game. It'll be overs. It'll be Pies will win. They're playing Adelaide, right?
Yes.
Pies will win by
I hope
40
so.
plus.
Really?
We saw the preview of the grand final the other week. Pies, St Kilda. That's going to be the grand final. Pies,
St
bloody good
Kilda,
side. I'm not. Eh?
Fair dinkum, mate. You're like a fucking
Jump ship every week, mate.
Oh,
No, you're not listening. I'm telling you, the grand final will be. St
You were telling us
Kilda
2 weeks ago it
and
was fucking
Carlton.
Carlton.
Tigers and Sydney, and then there was Carlton.
Yeah.
Then there was
No,
Melbourne.
you've
Oh,
all got
Melbourne.
bloody dementia
Seriously.
or something.
The,
You're
the, the only
delusional.
team.
The
only
Tigers
team-
finishing 16th. We're gone. Tigers
Okay.
are gone. Carlton
All right.
can't win their.
Does it get a medley happening?
Essendon have got too much gear in their rooms.
Right.
Sydney, Brisbane, I don't know, but I'm
Marto,
telling you, the Pies the
what's
best
gonna
side.
get us out, mate?
Pies.
Get out stakes. Bombers. Look, Saints were close up to Collingwood last week because I think they came home really strong, and Collingwood just sort of faded late. Bombers are one of the best finishers in the competition behind Melbourne, and I think they'll come home strong as well. So I'm going to take Bombers at the line, 16.5. Unlikely to win, but within 2 goals. And you get $1.90 for it.
Perfect.
Marto, I just want to
Yeah.
say that the Saints beat Carlton last week. It was Collingwood the week before.
Yeah, well, that works too.
Yeah, that's all. I'm just
Just a week
giving
before.
you the
Thank you.
form line. Yeah, I'm
Thank
just
you.
because I'm basing St Kilda's form